Remarkable Results Radio Podcast. Now listen to a slice of wisdom, a concept, a sentiment, a theory, and maybe even a rant from one of your industry colleagues. For the record.
Welcome to For the Record, episode 20 with Craig O'Neill from Auto Text Me. Hey, Carm Capriato here, just a few seconds away from Craig making a case for charging for digital vehicle inspections. Hey, I'm happy you're enjoying the For the Record podcast series. As it flows in your listening app, you get a chance to listen to opinions from your industry colleagues right along with the long-form audio interviews where the context of the aftermarket is on full display for your listening intake. Hey, glad to have you here and engaged with your fellow aftermarket colleagues. Craig O'Neill has a strong opinion on charging for comprehensive vehicle inspections. He makes a strong case and worries that digital health inspections will become a free, non-valued service. Craig's talking points and links to his previous episodes can be found on the show notes page at remarkableresults.biz/F020. Okay, as you know, the views and opinions expressed are those of my guest and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the authors, sponsors, associates, or affiliates of LSTN Media, LLC. For the Record is sponsored by the power of the spoken word. Let it in and learn something new with each episode of the Town Hall Academy. Hey, I'm giving away some cool podcast swag, a coffee mug, and a mouse pad in November 2018. To enter, go to remarkableresults.biz/swag. At the end of Craig's FTR, listen for the password. Okay, now here's Craig O'Neill for the record.
Hello, I'm Craig O'Neill with Auto Text Me, and here's what I want to talk to you about today. Whenever I'm working with shops and onboarding a digital inspection process, we run into a few variables that can be perceived as challenges for a shop. Many shops adopt perfectly fine with no issues, but some shops run into an issue with their technicians. And as someone who's been a technician, ASE certified, and myself, I, for a number of years, worked as a technician under a car. I've also worked with digital inspections from the technician perspective, from the service advisor perspective, and also, again, from the business manager perspective. So when I hear technicians telling their respective owners and the leaders of their shop that the digital inspection process is taking too long, it strikes me as, well, a significant concern. Firstly, I want to know what the root cause of this frustration for the technicians actually is. Is the digital inspection process taking too long? Are they doing too much? That's one question, but when I dig into it, I find a lot of these cases, the technician is actually not being paid for the time that they are doing inspections. And I'm not okay with that. As a technician, nor would I have tolerated that from my service advisor position or the business manager position in my shop. I wanted my technicians to be compensated for anything they were doing that was providing value to my customer. And true or false, an inspection provides value to your customer. This is indisputably true. This is a vehicle health document. We are showing the customer the true state of health for their vehicle, right? And if this is something that we're supposed to motivate our technicians to do, and this is an important piece of value, why would we simultaneously tell our technicians that they shouldn't be paid for this? I've never gone to the doctor's office for a checkup and had a free inspection. I've never gone to a dentist for a free checkup. No professional. I've never had an electrician come to my house or a plumber who did a free inspection on my home. So in my shop, we had a very simple policy that took care of this. We had an initial inspection fee, right? And that's what we actually called it. Now, our customers would understand this. When they called on the phone to set up an appointment for any type of problem or diagnostic, they would ask us what it's going to be to look at it. That's a common question. Like, what's it going to take to look at that, right? And for us, the default answer is our initial inspection fee is $90, and this is what we do in that. And we do a complete scan, road test, and then we have a multi-point inspection that we will go through. And if we don't identify the root cause of the problem in this, then we will talk about what the next steps of diagnosis are. But they understood going into it that there is going to be an assessment fee. And it became common practice. I had virtually no pushback from our customers when we went to this. And mind you, I was that shop 10, 15 years ago, where we did free diagnosis for a while. We would do free scans. We were one of those, right? And that was a hard habit to get out of. Now, our guys were paid salary, hourly, and to be accurate, and they had their hourly wage. But the thing is we've never been flat rate, right? So since we were paying our guys regardless of the work that they were doing, free diagnosis and free inspections wasn't a big issue. What we realized is that we were literally destroying a potential profit center for our business. And the point that I want to make is very simple. When you can turn your inspection process into a part of your profit center, doesn't that make it a stronger point that these inspections are of something to value with the customer? They are paying for information from a highly trained, qualified professional. That is who we hire, right? That is who we want to afford to attract to this industry. What highly paid, qualified professional is going to be interested to go into a career or into a shop or any situation where the thing that they're providing isn't valued at all or reflected on their invoice or most of all, their paychecks? And so what I just want to see shops start to do is keep an open mind. Don't look at the courtesy inspection as a marketing tool or some free thing that you do. And it seems to me like courtesy is a misnomer in this. Everyone knows, the client included, that we're doing this inspection to identify potential problems with the vehicle. Why? I mean, this is at the crux of what we do to make our money. This is how we make our living. If we don't find the problems, we can't solve the problems. If we don't solve problems on your vehicle, well, we don't make any money. Customers know this. We're not fooling anyone. We're just going to be real nice guys today and just look at your car because we just care. You know, we do care. Obviously, we care. But we're giving them something. And it's that peace of mind. It's that knowledge of the true state of health of their car, that anything else we find, Mr. Client, Mr. Customer, today, I can make a qualified recommendation to you because I know the condition of your vehicle. Because I know the condition of your vehicle, when I find something wrong with it, I can say, I believe that you should absolutely take care of this day, or I can tell you that we could take care of this day, but you have this other problem that's developing. This is much more serious. I understand your budget concerns, so I would focus on this area instead. There's so many elements to the inspection process that are important to deal with, that if we don't get paid to do it right, get paid to do it well, have technicians that are eager to do it thoroughly, well, we could lose out on those, and then all the advantages of an inspection can go right along with it. If we do not charge appropriately for the time that we're spending looking at vehicles, then we are underestimating our value, right? Don't underestimate your time and expertise and professionalism. Don't undervalue your time and expertise and professionalism, right? Here we are, we're talking about all these things. People will go on and on all the issues with this technician shortage. Attracting talent to the industry is a problem that we all have to face together, and that is going to take some global understanding, a group decision, if you will, some collective logic that's going to come into play, that, hey, this as an industry is something we should really think about. We haven't even defined terms in this industry of what a courtesy inspection actually is. We haven't defined in our industry what a comprehensive inspection is. These terms mean nothing. And since it could be one thing in one location, one thing in another location, what do we have? We have a motoring public that has no expectation from one shop to the next of what to have. And do all people go to the same repair shop for every visit? Or do they sometimes have to go to another repair shop, right? And what happens when that flavor of service was very uniquely different? And I think that's also the trap. Because when one shop is charging for inspections, but that client did maybe have to go to another shop and they got a free inspection, well, they come into you next time, they're going to say, well, how come so-and-so up the street is doing this for free and you're charging me for it? Well, How do you answer that? As well, we pay our technicians better. I mean, what do you tell a client in that situation? Is there anything fair you can say that isn't going to come out as detrimental to the other shop or make our industry look worse? I think it's going to bode better for us if we all kind of do come to that global agreement. We say, you know what? Yes, our time in that initial inspection on a vehicle, no matter who you are or what element of the business you're in, has value. Let's give it a value. Let's give it a name, and let's all agree that is something that, like, even if you did give a discount or a coupon as a promotion, fine, but let's pay our men for it. I mean, I'd take that for now. But no, I mean, to give anything away is maybe what, $25, $39.95, $49.95, you name it, right? I mean, like I said earlier, I charge $90 for our initial assessment. We're highly paid transmission specialists at the time, right? So, I mean, people brought us some pretty serious drivability concerns that were masquerading as transmission problems. So, yeah, we realized very quickly that if we do inspections or a free diagnosis, we're giving ourselves away. If I'm to wrap up my point, though, and what I would like to see happen for our industry, especially from the lens that I have now, which is to help shops bring digital inspections into their process, right? I've seen many, many, many successful examples of this in my time now. And each of the ones that do the best have a universal thing that they all seem to have arrived on independently, but it's a common thread, right? And it's this. They will do a refresher inspection, like for a quick lube. You have the vehicle on the road rack. You have maybe 10, maybe 15 points tops that every oil inspection was going to have this. And that's a part of your oil change package, right? It's one of the better implementations of this I've seen. Instead of that $29.95 oil change, right? They have an oil change package. It could be anywhere from, depends on what part of the country and what kind of car it is. You could have it anywhere from 80 to 150 or more on some European vehicles, right? But that client in that shop understands that part of this package that they're doing isn't just an oil change. They've had it very well communicated to them that there's a digital inspection process that's a part of this, and they love it. And the feedback from those clients is what is the best compliment for us, too. When clients say to them, this is really great. I really appreciate this. This is awesome. People having fun with their car maintenance. You get some interesting comments. The other side of that is those same shops, while they'll do a part of it, and seemingly as a courtesy, but built into their oil change package, they'll have other levels of their inspection that they will sell to the customers. Like, here, so we'll do this as part of our oil change package, but what we would like to do is this comprehensive level inspection, and that'll turn into anything else. I mean, anywhere from upwards of $180 for an hour and a half inspection. That's going to help them map out the repairs for the entire year for that vehicle. Very powerful thing. And when you have service advisors skilled and trained in pitching that, well, you successfully converted this customer to a client level individual, and they are now totally in your camp. They are listening and expecting certain level of professional advice. Just like any lawyer or doctor is paid for their professional wisdom, so it can be for your technicians. And so those shops that have implemented this, they don't have technicians complaining about the process. They have them enthusiastic about the process, because we all know that a solid inspection process is actually going to bring you more build hours as it is. So when you've brought your technicians something of value that they're paid for that time, and by the way, it also helps them get more build hours and productive work to do and help to grow the business, everyone in the shop is going to see that growth. It has a tremendous power to motivate your team to work together towards a common goal. So if you can continue to open your minds and think about how you can make something that you've been doing for free become something of value, well, I think that as an industry, that is going to be one thing that's going to elevate it from just a trade to a true profession. Craig O'Neill, I'm with Auto Text Me. Thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks, Craig. And the password to enter for some podcast swag is learning. Go to remarkableresults.biz/swag and enter.
to For the Record from Remarkable Results Radio. Subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast listening app. Find all Remarkable Results podcast content at remarkableresults.biz. Remember, your learning curve never sounded so good.